So I am very interested in this. How Paul George told Kawhi he's leaving.
With Kawhi
He spoke on it on the Paul George podcast.
He made the decision to leave the Clippers. When did you have that conversation, and how did it go?
Yeah, absolutely. I owed Kawhi that conversation.
Okay.
I called him up and was just like, man, listen, I think I'm gonna go elsewhere. Like conversations with the Clippers didn't go how I wanted to. I kind of broke down how I told you guys how it all played out.
Biggest fail in NBA history.
And
Unfortunately, I say that.
I was like, man,
I wish it wasn't.
Like, I got to do what's best. And I mean, he understood. He like, go get your bag. Like, P, go get your bag. Like, I can't even be mad at you. So I thought, and I look at Kawhi as one of my best friends in this league. Somebody that I fuck with. Like, our families, love each other. So it was tough to leave him. Just with, how much I enjoyed being out there with him. That was one of a big decision too. That weighed a lot on me. Was just, damn, I'm leaving my boy. Like, leaving why? But I had to have that conversation with him. We talked, and he gave me his blessings of like, man, just go do what's best for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't think we ever had the conversation on the podcast, but if you wouldn't mind rewinding a little bit and kind of taking us through the origin story of you and Kawhi actually joining the Clippers. Like, what do you remember most about that time?
Yeah, I get flack for this too, right? Like, people give me shit for this too, of thinking I was the reason that Thunder team broke up, which was not the case. Again, it was me having to do what was best for me in that situation. So after Toronto wins, right?
Right.
Y and them win it, I text Y. Congrats, bro. I think he ended up calling me right after. What you gonna do? What you mean? Like, what you gonna do? Like, you comfortable there? You good there? I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, I just resigned. Like, yeah, we gonna try to do this shit next year. Like, he's like, nah, I hear people trying to get out of there. Let me call you back. That was the initial start of that conversation. And then me and him was just working on how can we make this happen. And I was close to going to Toronto. Like, we were deciding to go to Toronto or the Clippers. Ultimately, the Clippers put something better, a better package together. A better
down to Toronto!
That sent me to LA.
Was it going to be like Paul George with Siakam?
He was going to re-sign to Toronto, and we was going to go to Toronto. Yeah. That was the origin and the beginning of that story. And it was just a whirlwind of how it played out.
It seems like yesterday, which is crazy.
It does.
Like, if you really remember Kawhi getting off that plane, and it was talk about a wild time in the NBA. Obviously.
It was a whirlwind of how that shit played out. That shit was a lot, figuring out how to get me to LA, but we made it happen.
So, P, I heard a little birdie during that time that you guys actually met at Drake's house. Is there any truth in that?
Yeah, there. We linked up. So it was Drake's crib when he was in Hidden Hills, and at the time I was living in Hidden Hills. So Drake was probably like 5 minutes around the corner from me. So I like, man, pull up, let's chop it up. So I pulled up. We chopped it up, what it'll look like, how to happen, and if it was even a chance. So that was kind of too, like, after that phone conversation, that was kind of like the next phase of us linking up and talking that through.
Damn. We never got this.
It was a bit of both. It was also too, like, congratulate them because this was why they just won it. So it was like, it was a congratulation, like, shit, you did it, bro. So it was a lot of that more so than anything.
You mentioned that it could have worked out in Toronto possibly. So I would assume you going to Drake's house, was Drake there? And was he kind of pitching to you? Was that a little bit that you were just talking about? Was Drake saying, P, come to T-Dot, come to Toronto?
Yeah. Drake actually was out of town. Drake was actually out of town.
What?
Yeah.
He just got people at his house when he's not there? What?
The man just won him a championship. Like,
he was celebrating.
So
why wouldn't he give him his crib?
It don't matter. It's my crib. You might mess up some shit. I don't care how much money I got.
It's
Y'all let
Drake.
my crib just people all up in my crib.
It's Drake.
Drake.
It's
But
Drake.
damn, that's balling.
You don't
That's
care.
awesome,
Like, you just
but
want me a chip. I don't give a damn. Do what you do.
Wasn't even there. How that feel? You in somebody's house that's not even there.
Nah, I mean, I was like,
You're like, what?
yeah, I was hyped. Like, oh shit, Drake over there too. Cool. I'll kick it with both of y'all.
Kawhi answered the door. Welcome.
Yeah.
Yo,
What if I felt like I was in a museum?
Nah, Drizzy wasn't there. Drizzy wasn't there at the time.
Here. You ugly. Somebody's house that ain't
They're gonna
even
report
there.
they
Get your
was
ass
planning
out
to go to
there.
Toronto, bro.
Drizzy wasn't there. I have been to his crib once though, where he was there. His Toronto crib.
The Toronto crib. How was that one?
Crazy. That house.
I
is
don't give a fuck about
Crazy
Drake.
house.
Crazy house.
Did
Alright, man, let me know your thoughts. It's wild, man, to hear.